Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
All right, guys. You know, it's kind of funny. I was just about to, well, first of all, I get up this morning, Bitcoin is at like almost 30,500. It's almost 31,000. I mean, it's like crazy. Cardano's at almost 30 cents. Litecoin is like $102. So okay, I'm gonna make a YouTube video, and then as I'm making it, Bitcoin drops to drops like $600. Cardano drops back down to 28 cents. Litecoin drops down to like $92 from it drops $10 in like 5 minutes. So I think this was just like a rejection for Bitcoin, but now everything's coming right back up again. So the highlight of this video today is Litecoin is absolutely killing it. I know it's Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I know Bitcoin Cash is doing a little bit better, but Bitcoin Cash has always had better pumpamentals, if you want to use that word, behind it. A lot more whales behind it, a lot more shady people like Roger Ver who are pumping it. But Litecoin's essentially up 30% in the last couple of days, from $84 all the way to $102, and it looks like we're going right back up to there. And I've been trying to tell you guys that Litecoin is going to outperform most of these coins, and that's what it's doing. At $85, I told you guys Litecoin's probably going to double by the halving. I'm still sticking by that. I'm shooting for $130 and $150 Litecoin. So that's why I haven't been talking as much about Cardano, because Cardano has that SEC umbrella over it right now. And for the short term, next month or two, I think at least Litecoin is going to outperform, and that's what's happening. But not just Litecoin. The beauty is, guys, we're seeing Bitcoin pump. We're seeing Bitcoin dominance up. Everybody freaking out. Oh my God, we got to just buy Bitcoin. Same shit happened to me in 2019 when I had all my altcoins. I see Bitcoin pumping, and I start selling my altcoins to get into Bitcoin, and then guess what happens? The altcoins start pumping. So that's why I don't play those games anymore. I have my Bitcoin, I have my MicroStrategy stock, I'm holding it, but the altcoins, the only thing that gets me out of an altcoin right now is if I think that altcoin is going to fail. If I think the altcoin is going to fail and not prevail in the bull market, yeah, you got to get out. But I don't have that feeling with any of my altcoins. In fact, I'm more bullish than ever, even on coins like Cardano with the SEC umbrella. So everything's doing absolutely great. You got Bitcoin dominance up, but then today the altcoins start going crazy. So it doesn't matter that Bitcoin dominance is up, because, yeah, it might go up a little bit, but then you snap your finger and then the altcoins start railing up. So Litecoin crosses $100, target 130. Absolutely. Litecoin is absolutely hitting 130. I mean, within the next month is my guess. Litecoin price is making its fourth attempt to break out from a crucial resistance area, indicating a likely breakout in the near future. The RSI readings, price action, and wave count are bullish, supporting the continuing upward momentum for an eventual breakout. The weekly time frame, a technical analysis for Litecoin, gives a mostly bullish outlook. There are numerous reasons. Yeah, I mean, you got the Bitcoin halving coming up in, what is it, like a month and a half away or a month away. We're going to get a big pump. The only way we're not going to get a giant pump for Litecoin is if all the other coins crash. Yeah, Bitcoin crashes back down to $25,000, Litecoin's not doing shit. But as long as Bitcoin's doing well, there's so much happening for Litecoin. It's like, I mean, I get that Bitcoin Cash is pumping a little bit better, but there's nothing happening for Bitcoin Cash. Every good news that's happening for Bitcoin Cash is also happening for Litecoin, and then on top of that, you got the halving. It's like a no-brainer. I've been saying this for a month. Litecoin is just a no-brainer. Bitcoin Cash explodes 33% to a 14-month high. Solana and Litecoin soar 15%. Well, actually, Litecoin's up more than that. This is from, well, I guess it's from today, but Litecoin's up more like 25%. While BTC pushed towards 31,000 and even briefly surpassed that level, several altcoins have been on a massive roll. Bitcoin Cash stands out as the most notable performer, having surged by over 30% on the daily scale. And what did I tell you guys a couple days ago? I said if I couldn't buy Litecoin, I would buy Bitcoin Cash. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Cash. I don't like the people behind it. I feel like Roger Ver is a little bit of an asshole. There's a lot of drama with Bitcoin Cash, but I said, look, if somebody said to me, you can't buy Litecoin, I'd be buying Bitcoin Cash. And since I said that, Bitcoin Cash has gone up like 50%. It's a no-brainer. These are the coins all the funds are getting into. So they're going to pump first, and they have staying power. They're coins you can buy, and you don't have to worry about it. And that's the thing. You don't have to worry about these coins going to zero. Although Bitcoin Cash, I don't know. But they're legacy coins. They're legacy coins, and that's what you want. Cardano showing signs of recovery. Like I said, when I got up this morning, Cardano was almost back up to 30 cents. And then we got a major dump in Bitcoin, which I think was just a rejection, although there is some news that I saw. And now Cardano's back up to 38. I think Cardano, is just in that group of coins that got hit really hard with the SEC news. But I think Cardano, once Bitcoin goes back up to all-time highs, Cardano is really doing exactly what it did the last bear market. It's doing nothing different. So with the SEC news, yeah, that's great. But Cardano during the last bear market hung out between 2 and 4 cents for like a year or like over a year. Then all of a sudden it pumped. It's kind of doing the same thing right now. We've been in this 24 to 35 cent range for the last year when you think about it. And that's just the way it goes. And eventually people are going to get sick of it and everybody's going to get out of Cardano. And that's when once that the negativity hits like an all-time high for Cardano and everybody starts bitching about it, just like people were bitching about Litecoin. A lot of people talk shit about Litecoin when it was like $70, $80. Then all of a sudden Litecoin pumps up to $100. That's what happens. So yes, I'm just as bullish on Cardano. There's a lot of good stuff happening for Cardano. And I don't think the SEC is going to be able to stop it. But with Cardano, I will say with this whole SEC news, we could have been held up a little bit. Cardano, if it wasn't for the SEC news, we'd probably be at like a 45-cent Cardano right now. Let's just be honest about it. And that's just the way it is. Now, the one news I saw this morning that, this whole ETF news with Bitcoin, and this might be why we pumped a little bit. Everybody's submitting. BlackRock was submitting approval for an ETF, and the SEC came out this morning and said it was lacking something or another. Let me see if I can find it. SEC says spot Bitcoin ETF filing are inadequate, which of course they're going to say that. They're not going to just come out and approve it. But regulators tell NASDAQ that recent filings from BlackRock, Fidelity, and others aren't clear and comprehensive. Yeah, they're gonna be putting up a little bit of a fight on this. But just the fact alone that you have BlackRock putting in this ETF offer, and with the pool that BlackRock has, it's absolutely going to get passed. It might not get passed in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to happen. This is the year. I think 2023. Definitely 2024 is the year that that ETF comes in. But that might be why we dumped a little bit, because this article just came out. And I think that calls like a little $500, $1,000 dump. And now we're coming right back up again. But yeah, why approving a Bitcoin ETF might unleash an $18 billion in sell pressure? Well, I don't know about sell pressure. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust conversion to an ETF will unlock a potential sale of up to $18 billion in Bitcoin. The introduction of a spot-based Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF would make the asset more accessible to individual investors and mutual funds, what's more, unlike a future-based Bitcoin ETF, a spot-based ETF involves actually buying Bitcoin. So will the approval of the first Bitcoin ETF be a bullish event? Well, this guy says not necessarily. GBTC discount remains in the double digits. Over the years, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has rejected every Bitcoin ETF applicant, with the latest denial issued to the Van Eck BTF Trust on March 10th, 2023. The SEC concluded that the offer did not have a comprehensive surveillance sharing agreement. Now remember, the new BlackRock ETF does. They fixed that. And now, of course, the SEC is trying to find other problems with it. Investors now question whether the latest bid from ARK, Invest, and BlackRock to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF might be the solution to Grayscale's GBTC, an investment vehicle with shares traded on the stock exchange. Increasingly, the GBTC premium jumped to its best level in months after BlackRock announced its filing. I mean, I think it's going to be, it would be overall bullish. You can't deny it. I mean, just the overall. See, the thing is, yeah, there might be some sell pressure from people getting out of GBTC and all that, but just the idea, like, you have to remember, there's a lot of investors right now who look like BlackRock is like their daddy. These funds are like their daddy. People are sheep in general. So they wait for like Jim Cramer to tell them what to do. They wait for their financial advisor to tell them what they do. They wait for BlackRock. So a lot of these financial advisors are going to say, oh, look, BlackRock is now into Bitcoin. They have an ETF. Now I can get my clients into Bitcoin as well. And that's how it's going to go. And then it's going to be just people following. So overall, this is going to bring trillions into the market cap once this happens. And you can't deny, once a Bitcoin ETF gets approved, you're probably going to see Bitcoin jump 50% in a day. That's going to be like the biggest pump you've ever seen, including some of these altcoins. So, yeah, maybe down the line, it builds up some sell pressure. But no, this is overall bullish, and I do think it's going to happen this year. But yeah, as you can see, it's not shocking that that the SEC is going to put up a little bit of a fight. They're not going to just say, "Oh, okay, you're BlackRock, you're applying for an ETF. Yep, come on in." No, they're going to put up a fight. But I think their arguments are going to be weak, and I think this thing is getting approved. There's no other way to put it. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about Richard Hart and Hex. I don't talk too much about it. Hex is one of my most risky plays. Whether it goes to zero or not, I could care less. I would lose very, very little. If Hex does well, which I think it will, I'll have enough money probably to buy a new car with it. If it goes to zero, screw it. I don't really care. But I know a lot of people right now, I saw some people in my comments, they're talking about Richard Hart. He's not talking right now because the SEC came after him because he did way too much shilling. So you're not going to see too much of Richard Hart right now. But as far as price action, every bear market, Hex is one of the worst performers. It drops 99.9%, just like many, many other cryptos do. Everybody says it's a scam. I could have bought Hex 3-4 years ago. And every fucking dumb YouTuber was calling it a scam. I didn't buy it. If I put $1,000 into it, I'd have enough to buy a house. So I'm not playing that game anymore with Hex. Hex will pump unbelievable in the bull market. Probably not till 2024, late 2024. You want to bitch about Hex price action right now in the midst of a bear market when there's all sorts of regulatory shit. You got Richard Hart is trying to be silenced by the SEC. That's dumb money, folks. You put $500 into Hex. If you lose it, you lose it. If Hex does what we think it's going to do, you'll have enough to buy yourself a brand new car or possibly even a brand new house. It's as simple as that. So stop bitching. Stop saying, oh my God, Hex is down 99%, blah, 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 or Pulse Chain or whatever. It's the middle of a bear market. It's a low cap, stinky pinky. It could go to zero just as easily as it could go to, go up thousands of percent. But I think Richard Hart is going to pump this thing going into the bull market. And I think right now, all the people selling Hex, all the people talking bad about Hex are pretty much the dumb money. Even if Hex goes to zero and you're selling it right now, you're still the dumb money. Because there's still a 30, 40, 50% chance Hex is going to absolutely moon in the bull market. Why would you sell now unless you put way too much money into it or you need the money because you need an operation or something like that. But Hex will be pumped. It will be pumped in the bull market. If you look at the last bull market, every fucking thing pumped. Hex is going to pump. You just have to, if we're end of 2024 and Hex has done nothing, then I'll concede it's a failure. Right now, it's just time to buy, accumulate. Don't put much money in. This should be not even 1% of your portfolio, Hex and Pulse Chain. It's just the littlest of littlest, but that's all it takes. $500, $1,000 in Hex, $200 in Hex can buy you from a new car to a new house by the end of 2024, or it can go to zero. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to zero, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up thousands of percent. It's a flip of a coin. This is my Hail Mary play. It's my having some fun gambling play. I don't do the casino. This is far more better odds in your favor than going to casino. All right, real quick, looking at the markets. Bitcoin shooting right back up. I guess we just got a rejection. I think Bitcoin almost hit 31,000 and it was just boom, rejection. Guys, everything's bullish right now. You can't make this shit up. Litecoin on a tear, just like I said it was going to be. Cardano almost back up to 30 cents. Wow, yeah, and everything's looking great. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.